all the information and all the knowledge and all the answers about yourself and your life is always accessible to you at any moment, whether you feel it or not. And if you don't feel it, and if you're used to search for answers and explanation outside, asking someone else about what is right or wrong for you, what you should do, and any other kind of information, there are reasons for it, and I will talk about this reason, and I will also explain what you can do to start changing this pattern, this idea of a search outside, the idea that someone else knows better what is right for you, that someone else knows better something about you and your life and maybe even your future. As someone who spent most of my life relying too much on other people's opinions and answers, and was able to change it, I understood how it works, because in the past I was always searching for advices, maybe for approval and information from other people, and maybe you're doing this now. It can be in different ways. Maybe you're asking your relatives, friends, someone you know, or it could be another thing when we're constantly searching for some kind of authority, some guide, some specialist, some coach, someone else who will give us these answers. And sometimes people can go not just for answers about what they should do here and now, they also search for answers about their future. They can go to psychics and some other practitioners, so maybe they use tarot reading, astrology, numerology. It doesn't matter which modality they're using, they're not bad. In general, what I'm talking here about the approach, what are you searching there and what are you getting there, and from what state are you looking for these things. And I was one of these people searching a lot outside and relying on the answers of other people. I didn't trust myself, I didn't believe in myself, and with time I changed it a lot and I saw how it works. And several years ago, when I started my life coaching practice, I saw also the same pattern in my clients. This is something is very common for many people. It just can manifest in a bit different way and maybe different level of how much of their life and decisions rely on these things, but it's really common. And I was noticing how life coaching approach helps people to rely more and more on their own answers and their own ideas and make choices that are more aligned with their own goals and desires, and to understand themselves better. With my own transformation, and when I saw also transformation of other people, I saw how this works, how it starts in our childhood, and how can we change this pattern and start accessing our own intuition, our own knowledge, and trusting it and acting based on this inner knowing. Before to tell you about why it's happening, let's talk about what it's costing you and why it's so important to be aware of this thing. When you go for answers outside and when you rely on them, you're giving your power away. You start living by kind of choices that are not really yours, by conclusions and insights that are not really yours, by some visions that were given to you by someone else. Yes, you always have a choice to accept it or not, you always have a choice what to do with it. But if you rely or depend on this kind of information, even the choice that you're making, it starts from deciding whether this is true or not, but you already got this kind of information. And there is nothing bad in working with these practitioners and with going to other people for help. What you should look for if this make you less or more dependent with time. Do you feel more confident? Do you trust yourself more? Do you become more independent after you do this kind of work? Or you rely more and more, and with each new situation you need another answer and another help and another advice, and it could be the sign by which you can check whether it's working well for you or not. Because if you rely on it and it's making you dependent and you're giving your power away like this, you continue reinforcing the belief that you don't have the answers, that you can't decide it by yourself. You reinforcing the feeling that you don't know, that you don't have this intuition, that you don't have this knowledge, that you don't have this power. By reinforcing more and more, you're making it stronger. Even in reality, it's not true. And if you want the access, you need to stop feeding this kind of belief and this reality and start creating and feeding another one where you have everything already inside, because we do have everything inside. We're born, everyone with us, with this capacity to get an access for all the information that we need. It's accessible. That's how other people access, these people who give you the information. Maybe they really see and connect with something important, and it's not that they're wrong or they give you some wrong information. Sometimes it can be right, but sometimes it can be also wrong. But what they get, they still interpret through their own filters, because there is access to this kind of truth, to this real knowledge, this consciousness where all the information is, where you can get your insights. But we also have a part of us, our personality, our conditioned brain, our emotions, our beliefs. All of these things works as filters through which we interpret something. Because when you start sensing this information, it's very subtle. It's not screaming, it's not coming in specific words. It's something that need to be interpreted, need to be felt. And if you're doing it by yourself, you will interpret it through your own filters. And with your own filters, you can work and you can be responsible for them. But when you go into the other person, you need to trust that how they interpret it is right for you, and they didn't kind of distort it or change it too much with their own filters that you may be not aware about them, and you don't know if they are aware about them. That's why if you start developing your own intuition, you will get more control about it, and also you will have more responsibility with it. As for me, I actually was getting this insight, this contact with my intuition since my childhood. I didn't even question this much. I even kind of predicted certain things about future at some point. I was quite confident to tell that if I see it happening or if I don't see it. Was not vision and pictures. It's this feeling. It's a different type of sensations that when you work with it, you know it, and maybe you had it already in your life many times, or maybe just a few times, so probably you know what I'm talking about. It's different type of sensation. What I started noticing then with years, because before I didn't pay too much attention, maybe I didn't even care too much, for me it was something normal. Then when I started noticing, because other people were asking me also something, you were saying that you don't see this, and then it didn't happen, or you saw that you see this and it happened. I started paying attention to these things and trusting them in some way. And then in some difficult moments of my life, when I was really anxious about something, and I was trying to connect with this intuition, with the sensations of how it will be. Will it happen as I want or not? Do I see it or not? And I started getting kind of this feeling, oh yeah, I see it in this way, so yeah, it will happen. And it happened once, another time, and I started seeing that it's not accurate anymore. And I couldn't understand why it's not accurate. I felt it very clearly. And that's when I found a very important distinction of when the intuition is real intuition and when it's distorted by our own filters. The situation where I was wrong with my sensations about the future was where I had too strong emotional attachment. Some desire or need was very strong, some fear or anxiety was too strong, and I couldn't be in this a state of calm, unconditional acceptance to really perceive it, because that's how it works. Our emotions, they're very intense, they're very strong. The intuitive knowledge and feeling, they're very subtle, they're very light feeling. You need to be very, very quiet to feel it. When you have a lot of noise in your mind, or a lot of strong energy from emotions, it's difficult to catch it and to feel it right. So with years of observing it and working on it, I understood that I can't trust my intuition in emotional states where I have too strong attachments. Sometimes I still can get the difference between intuition and emotional things, between intuition or some of my programming. Not always. But there is even more important thing. What we really need to know is not intuition about what will happen in the future. It's nice to know it, but this you can't be sure even you experience it many times. What you really need and what is really helpful is intuition about what you need to do or not to do here and now in this specific moment. When you need to make a choice, when you need to do some actions, when you need to say or not to say something, when you need to understand maybe the intention of the other person, the nature of this relationship, maybe whether this job is right for you, or this trip, or even maybe to buy something or to buy. It actually starts with very small things. Do I want to stay home and do this, or do I want to go there and do that? Do I want to respond to this message now or not? Do I want to agree on this or not to agree on this? And you train this intuition from these small moments, because it's trainable. It's like a muscle. The more you use it, the more you kind of catch of how it works, the stronger it becomes, and the stronger your trust to this intuition becomes. We don't really need to know the future, as I see it, but what we need is to trust ourselves and to feel what is right for us here and now, to see truth about ourselves, about our life. And now I can tell you more about what is staying between us and this intuition. One of the things I mentioned already is this strong emotions, desires, attachment. When we attach to the outcome too much, we can't see what will happen. But also I mentioned that we don't really need it. But it's still influencing our choice here and now. Our action from anxiety will be not serving us well, but our action from inner knowing and intuition will move us forward in direction that is good for us. So the first thing that is between us and intuition is strong emotions. The other thing is all the programming and conditioning that we got since our childhood. So we can't perceive it unconditionally, just receive information and just, that's how it is. It goes through these filters, as I mentioned, and all the filters were created through our own life experience. Something we took from our parents, from schools, from society, but a lot of these were influenced by some difficult, emotional, or even traumatic experience. The moments where something happened that we couldn't process well, and certain emotions got stuck, and our subconscious creates certain defense mechanism that first, it doesn't want something similar to happen again. Second, there is another pull in the direction when the situation is similar to kind of fix it. So something that you couldn't handle in childhood, you try to kind of replay in the adult life with a different outcome. So you suffered from something, you were rejected, maybe abandoned, or any other thing that hurt you emotionally strongly, scared you, or something else. You may repeat then patterns in your adult life when you choose in certain situation without realizing it, when you're recreating these patterns. So when we recreating the patterns and we didn't process these emotions, we didn't heal this trauma, our intuition not very accessible, because before the intuition, when we're just trying to trust the feeling of what to do, these feelings will push us towards healing this wound and processing this emotion. And how it will be happening very often to bring you in certain situations and certain experiences that could be quite painful for you. So that's one of the things that stays between us and the intuition is unprocessed emotions. Another one, certain limiting beliefs, our paradigm in which we see reality. Because the other thing what our subconscious can do and what we can face before intuition is our beliefs about how reality is. So we will see and choose to see things that will continue to reinforce the belief that we already had, as I was saying before. Beliefs, these limiting beliefs, these paradigms, the unprocessed emotions, and our focus and attention that constantly can be grabbed by someone else. Someone tells you something, you get emotional, you receive certain notification, you scroll social media, and your attention constantly get grabbed, or you constantly replaying thoughts in your mind, you can't calm down, you can't be still. All these things all together are all the symptoms of fragmentation. Fragmentation, something happens to us that covers our access to intuition, and fragmentation happens on several different levels. And on mental one, that's where our beliefs and limitation; on emotional ones, where our unprocessed emotions, traumas; and on energy one, the energy that we're giving away to other people, and our power given away to other people, and certain real energy blocks and distortion in our energy centers and in our energy channels. That's why the path to your inner knowing and intuition is not always so easy and quick. But if you really want to develop it, you can do it, and you can start doing it already now, regardless of these other things. With them, you can also work slowly, and you can start building the muscle. And the first thing, the one that can help you with building your intuition, is these moments of awareness and quiet moments and still moments, where you're able just to sit with what it is and observing your state, observing feelings maybe in the body, emotions if they come, and thoughts if they come in, but without being too attached to them. It's just meditation. Any type of mindfulness or meditation practice, if you do it regularly, will help you to create this stillness from which you can start accessing your intuition. And the other thing is when you start trusting it in small things. When you have a feeling about to do or not to do something, when you want something or not want something, if you know that usually you ask this person, or usually you go there, or usually you rely on this expert, you try to not do it in this specific moment, and you trying to trust this feeling, and you also start noticing how strong it is. If it's a strong tension emotion, probably it's not it. But if it's just weird knowing, it just doesn't feel right, or it just don't want it, or I wanted to do this, I don't know why. Sometimes those things is more like kind of intuitive knowledge that you can rely on. And if you will try it on things that are not like life-changing, more small ones, that actually what I was doing quite a lot, then you can see where it really was your intuition, and that you kind of got the good result from it, or maybe where it was not, and maybe where it's more like emotional pull or some limiting belief pull, these kind of things. The other thing that can be very helpful here, because when we talk about intuition on energy level, it's our sixth chakra, our third eye chakra, inside our head. That's the one where we get this knowledge, this access, and the one where we get this trust to this knowledge also. Why it can be difficult just to work directly with it? Because you need certain connection to your own power and less dependency on opinions of other people. And this is where our solar plexus can be very helpful. And that's why it's actually better to work with chakras from down to up to build this foundation. Foundation of solar plexus will give you one of the most important things here, because it's where our self, where we have our boundaries, where we separate from other people, and where we can separate ourselves from their expectations, their opinions, and their approval. And also there is our power of choice, where to give our energy, through choosing where we put our attention. And I have a lot of content on this topic that you can start using now, especially my video about solar plexus. I'm telling all my story, how I realized it through what I went through. And I have a full playlist about energy and attention, because we very often give our energy and our power away through our attention and through our choices. And there I have videos and about energy drains, and about attention as a power that you can use, and videos about dopamine detox and some other ones, all of them are designed in a way that put different pieces together that help you to come back to yourself, stop giving your energy through your attention to all different people, sources, and other things, and start coming back to yourself, to this moment, to here and now, and seeing much better, developing much bigger awareness, and seeing much clearer what is important for you here and now. So these two things can help you to then slowly move also to easier access to your intuition. And now I'm also working on my book that's actually almost finished. I will publish it soon, where I explain all the theory about fragmentations, how it happens. I explain all the levels of it, also the split between kind of spiritual and material world, and how they can be integrated, and how you can integrate the work on all the levels. So here on my channel I have a lot of content on different separate topics that you can use, and it's very helpful. There is the whole system, explanation of the whole system, how I came to it, how it works, and then a 100-day structured program that you can do, and you can work on all these levels in an order that builds everything slowly, from a more simple practice to maybe a bit more complicated. We also go through all the chakras. We work and with limiting beliefs and with processing emotions. So there is all the system that you can go through that will help you to integrate the fragmented parts, everything that was fragmented in your childhood, everything that may be still fragmented now through your choices, attention, unconscious pattern, and this kind of thing. So if you're interested to know more about it, you can subscribe to my channel, because I will notify here when the book will be published. And you also can go to my website, there's more information there, and you can subscribe to mailing list, where I also will share when the book will be ready. Thanks for watching this video. If you have any comments or questions, you can leave them below, and see you in the next video.